Don't you think that friendships play a big role in mental health, how we deal with it? I know for me, like it really affects, and I kind of wanted to dig into that a little more.
Oh yeah, it's actually a vital role in how it affects your mental health.
Welcome to It's a Mental Thing, the podcast that dives deep into the power of the mind and the heart of mental health. Whether you're navigating life's challenges, seeking balance, or simply curious about how to care for your mind, you're in the right place. Each week, we explore stories, strategies, and expert insights to help you build resilience, find clarity, and embrace a healthier you. So take a deep breath and let's journey together toward a brighter, more mindful tomorrow. Welcome to It's a Mental Thing, because your mental health matters.
All right, so when I pitched this to you, we jokingly called it mental health in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
And I laugh because like I have a group chat with 4 of my girlfriends, and we're super close, and we always go to each other when we have a need, a struggle, a something. Like, they're my people that I go to. And it's different than my husband, right? It's a different thing.
Yeah.
But having them speak life into me, goodness, it's so helpful.
It really is. So strong, positive, let's say that.
Yeah.
So strong, positive friendships are crucial for good mental health. And we talked a little bit earlier, we're not replacing your partner. We're not trying to say that you don't have a different kind of relationship with socially speaking to your partner, but we talked how different it is to just be at a restaurant with a bunch of your girlfriends and you're laughing and you're listening to your favorite songs. There's a different chemistry that actually happens. And when I say a positive friendship is crucial to your mental health, we're talking things like this offer a range of benefits for yourself and your mental health: increased happiness, reduced stress, improved self-awareness or self-esteem. These things that friendships provide give us a sense of belonging and support where that connection is different than our partner or our spouse.
Right.
And I don't know if you can feel that or know the difference. Some people, when you get to a certain age, you're longing for some kind of friend group, or you're longing for some kind of group that's in the same lifeboat as you.
We're made for community.
Right. And that's where people find that friend groups are very beneficial. And I just want to make sure that they know that it has to be positive ones. And I would love to be able to go over each one of those topics and the benefits and how they do affect our mental health.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's so great. I think it helps in so many different ways, but you're right. As I've gotten older, I've realized the importance of it, right?
Yeah. And I think, too, what people forget is that certain type of friend group helps us navigate different life changes.
Yes.
So, again, as you get older, you're looking for a group of friends that are going to go through those life changes with you.
Yeah.
Your partner is going to experience those things, the birth of a child, the death of a loved one, the changes of friends changing, losing a friend, grief, some sort. But a friend that you can just sit with and they're just there. All they really have to do is be present. But they may know exactly what to say in that moment to make you laugh.
Right.
And it may be something totally inappropriate, but from a friend in that grieving moment, you can see that and feel that this was out of love and out of a connection and out of a support system that you can't get from someone else.
I think when I was younger too, I think no matter how I viewed it at the time, friendships were more surface.
Yes.
And now it's more so like, hey, how are you? But no. How are you really?
Yes.
Like, really? How is your mental health? How is your anxiety today? Like, my friends are asking me these pointed questions because we know what the other one is truly dealing with.
Right.
We don't want to just hear, it was a great day. My kids were amazing.
Right.
I love my husband so much.
Yeah.
Great. We do too. But what really happened, you
Well,
know?
they can see the mask you're wearing too,
Right.
and they can actively call you out on it.
Right.
Whereas if our partner did, we might take that as resentment, like, I'm fine. I told you I was fine.
Right.
Well, that's just because we're not in the space of wanting to share exactly what we're going through, either woman to woman, like where our girlfriends can say, you're lying.
Yeah.
And we know that comes from a weird place of love and support,
Yeah.
but where we can then kind of smile and laugh and be like, you're right.
Yeah.
I am lying. And they will sit, again, it's that positive friendship group that can sit and just hear you out. I don't care if it's full of tears. I don't care if it's full of laughter, but they are hearing you and they're actively listening to you. And it is so different, but crucial for our mental health.
Crucial. Absolutely.
Yeah. So some of the things I have here, I want to talk about how friendships actually boost our mental health.
Tell me.
I'll list them out really quick, and then I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what they do. So they, one, increase our happiness and reduce stress.
Yes.
They improve our self-esteem and self-worth. They give us that sense of belonging and connection. They help us cope with life challenges. They actually bring, again, positive friends and our self-esteem. It helps reduce the risk of depression and anxiety. And then American Psychological Association actually posted that the neurobiological benefits are huge. So we're going to go back to the first one. So the increased happiness of self-worth. Friends can offer encouragement and support, helping us feel more confident and valued.
100%.
Yeah.
Because nobody can gas me up the way my girls can.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And I did it to them yesterday too. She walked in church and I was like, this dress, and I'm just like going nuts on her. And
Yeah.
I want only good things for her. I want to build her up to the highest that she can feel, right?
And especially, men are in this boat too. I don't want you to hear that we're not talking about men, but we're two women. So let's talk like that's all we know. And so when a woman doesn't feel pretty or we don't feel good, if we have our girlfriend come and boost that self-esteem and our self-worth and say some words of encouragement and support to help us feel confident and valued, when we're already down, we may not in that moment believe it, but it's what we needed to give us that boost.
And to know if you have that kind of friendship that person truly means it. Like they want the best for you and love you, right?
And they know you need it.
Yeah.
They see it.
Yeah.
And then you're able to turn around and do the same for them. And so that's the improved self-esteem and self-worth. The increased happiness and reduced stress. What we're looking at here in these positive friendships that are crucial to mental health is a positive interaction with friends that can elevate our mood, lower our stress levels, and they contribute to a more positive outlook on life, just in general. So in that aspect of life, that positive interaction with that friend, and it's elevating our mood and lowering our stress level. So say we go to dinner with a friend after a busy, long day of work. We've got a down mood and we go and hang out with this friend, and then all of a sudden just conversation about life. It elevates our mood into a different way of where we were just 30 minutes ago.
It just reframes the day.
Yeah. And then while doing that, it's lowering our stress levels. And we don't know that until we're in that particular friend, in that particular friendship. I was going to say friend group, but some people may only have the one friend, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
I know I have a really good friend. She's just one good friend that I know at any moment of any part of my life I could call. She may not have anything to say. She could just be on the other side of the phone and listen. And all she has to say is, girl, I'm so sorry. And I could just cry it out with her if I needed to. And she may even say, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
And that may be all I need.
Yeah.
And all I needed was for her to listen. But I do know I have that one friend. And I tell this to my teenagers too all the time as patients. A girl, boy, like you think you need 20 friends? No, like that gives you more people that you can't truly trust, more people to stab you in the back, more people to lie to you. And that's not to say that that's every friend group, but when you get a good 1, 2, 3, 4 friends, that's all you need. The next one, sense of belonging and connection. This is where it's different. This is where that relationship is so different than any other relationship that we have, whether it's family, your partner, coworkers, but a friendship. That sense of belonging, connection. Friendships provide a social circle, kind of like this group chat that you're talking about. It's that social circle where we feel accepted and connected and no longer feel that type of loneliness, or we're not sensing some sort of belongingness.
Right.
And that's within a good friendship. Have you been able to notice that in certain friend groups that actually show you this belongingness and connection, and maybe a friend group that doesn't?
100%.
Yeah.
And over the course of the last couple years, my friend group has dwindled significantly to just this core group.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm not like friends with the other ones still, but it's not in the same way. I'm not revealing myself to everyone the same way anymore. And that was a learning experience, and it has just increased the richness of my life.
Absolutely. And I think too, people forget that when we lose a friend, or we lose, not physically, but like they've emotionally left our lives, or they're not connected to us as a friend anymore, there's a sense of grief that we have to go through as far as grieving that friendship and that loss of that friendship or that loss of that friend, because we haven't, either we've cut them off for toxic reasons, or we've grown apart.
Right.
You know, maybe we've moved and we've done different things and life happens.
Right.
But people change, and that's okay. So there is a grieving, but that sense of belonging and connection that we get from certain friends that bring that positive energy back to us, there's just nothing like it.
You're right.
Coping with life challenges. This is where when we become adults, we start seeing that life challenges happen.
Yeah.
And we need that one person. Of course, we have our partners, but that one other person that has, like a therapist. I'm a non-judgment, non-biased party.
I think that you just hit the nail on the head for me when you said like a therapist, because it's someone that is outside of the current situation, but they're on the inside a little. They're on the inside enough to know how to help.
Right.
But outside of it, it's a third party that can speak something into me that nobody else could.
Right. And, you know, obviously as a therapist, I want to we have a therapeutic relationship. I can't be your best friend outside of therapy, but I'm also that person that is helping you cope through life challenges.
Right.
But when I know as your therapist that you have a great support system outside of therapy, amazing.
Yeah.
That's just top tier. You know, that means you're leaving me learning coping skills on your own, but you're also going to a group of people that you know are going to support you and help you cope through life challenges. So friends can offer a supportive presence during difficult times. So whatever that difficult time is, whether it's, again, in life challenges, whether it's a divorce, a loss of a loved one, a friend hurting you, a loss of a child, whatever that may mean, they offer that supportive presence.
Yeah.
You know, like I was telling you, that one friend that can just listen to me on the phone. It's just their presence. And this, like I said, it's during, you know, a phase of loss, a phase of illness that we faced through family members or ourselves, a loss of a job, helping us navigate these experiences more effectively, because it's different. They're looking at it from their lens.
Right.
But also they know you enough to know, hey, Nicole, I think you're overthinking this a little bit, and let's talk about that.
Yes.
Whether then, like, our husbands could say stuff like, husbands or wives to whoever we're talking to are like, okay, like, is that it? And they they hear us, but it's just different.
Right. It's just different.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be able to speak truth to us in just a different way.
Right.
So that's why it's so important that we have that extra support system, maybe even along with therapy, where you are learning your coping skills to help build yourself up, but you do have that support system outside of therapy, outside of your relationships, that they are going to be there to support you and be a supportive presence through it all.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Actually, the American Psychological Association says it reduces the risk of depression and anxiety.
Wow.
Yeah. And I know for you and I, we've talked a little bit about our own diagnoses, but the reason why this is so important is studies have shown that strong friendships, so we're talking strong, positive friendships, particularly those that start during adolescence, can lower the likelihood of someone developing a deep depression or an anxiety disorder later in life.
That's very interesting.
So what happens is, and that's why when I'm working with adolescents, I mean, I was a middle school counselor for 8 years.
Right.
Friends are crucial, and their friend groups who they're choosing to hang out with, because it's a choice.
Right.
We're thinking middle schoolers. Who are they choosing to hang out with? Are they positive influences? Are they a negative influence? Are they going to church? Are they speaking life into these people? Teenagers.
Right.
Are they vaping? Are they having sex? Are they going to the park? Are they on social, like little innocent things
Right.
that adolescents should be doing? Those friend groups that start engaging who these people are going to grow up to be in their late 30s, mid 30s, early 20s, that is forming them into who they're going to be
It's crazy.
in adolescence. And so that's why when we worry about our kids, you know, I mean, I only have a 7-year-old right now, but I've seen how he acts so different around friends
Yep.
than who he is with me. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know you said broski,
Right. Right.
like something that small, but I don't know who he is. As I know he's a good student. I know he's a good kid, but who is he around 7 other little boys?
Right.
That's my role as a parent to make sure he knows what's appropriate friendships and
Right.
what isn't. But that's going to start forming as early as adolescence, and it's going to form and develop for us as some kind of positive influence later in life. It starts in adolescence.
That's so interesting. I never even thought about that.
Do you still have good friend groups from your adolescence? Do you remember?
I have one
One.
good
Okay.
best friend that I still, and she is still the one that will,
Yep.
hey, how are you really
Right.
now? And we may not talk for like a month,
Yeah.
but then when we do, there is a true connection there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I was blessed. I was born with an identical twin. So to say best friend, I was born with one.
Right.
Now we fought like cats and dogs, but there aren't many people in adolescence that I can think of that are still like my core friend group.
Right.
That doesn't mean they weren't good people, but that could speak to me. You know, there were times that I self-isolated. There were times I didn't do what those friends did.
Right.
I chose not to go out, hang out, party, do some of those things. That was my choice. There was no judgment there. But the connection from adolescence to adulthood, that friend group just isn't there.
Right.
College friends, yes.
Yeah.
You know, a core solid friend group from college and adulthood, I still have.
Yeah.
But it forms as early as adolescence and comes into adulthood. The last one is huge, and I don't know what people are going to think about this as far as like the study of the brain. But again, the American Psychological Association actually says a positive friendship and how it affects mental health, it actually has neurological, biological benefits. So we're talking complete brain waves, a complete change in our brain. Research suggests that friendships can even impact our brain activity.
I 100% believe it.
I do too.
I mean,
And
I've felt it in my own life.
right. The reason why is because it impacts our brain activity in regions like that associate reward systems, right? So you give a kid a reward when you're potty training. You give a kid a reward when they're good at school.
Right.
You give a kid a reward when they've done something right as far as their behavior. This reward and social connection is the same as positive
concept,
friends,
yeah.
as a positive friend group. So when we look at brain activity, we see a happy brain. We're talking like, the colorful brains that you see of an MRI or a PET scan. People who have a positive friend core connection, we look at their brain activity versus someone who is completely depressed and lonely, self-isolated. That brain activity and that brain scan is going to look completely different.
Yeah.
And that is why it is so crucial to say that strong positive friendships are good for our mental health.
And I just want to kind of close it with encouraging people, because I know, especially in adulthood, it can feel overwhelming sometimes to maybe find those friends. But true friendship, it's sacrificial.
Right.
It's intentional.
Yes.
And be the kind of friend that you want somebody to be to you.
Yeah.
And it will come. It really will. So I just want to encourage anyone who maybe is like, I don't really have those kind of friends yet. You'll find it.
Right.
But be intentional.
Yeah. And I think too, to just add to that, even talking to people who do feel lonely, that sense of loneliness. I asked a patient of mine, this sometimes I'm oblivious, is that I wish there was an app where you could find friends. And there is. Okay, Nicole, I didn't know that. Now, of course, I want you to be safe on the internet and who you're meeting, but it's intentional of meeting friends where they're at and people in the same life group. And like my patient looked at me and she was like, there is. You can like find friends. So I did not know that, mostly because I'm not on like dating apps or friend apps, but I'm not someone who's sitting here saying I have a group of 5 to 10 friends. I don't. I have a group of like 2. Mm-hmm. That's okay with me.
Okay, yeah.
I am totally okay with that. But like you said, don't beat yourself up about it if you're not that one that's got this group that you can hang out with all the time. But be intentional and find someone and find a group that is supportive of you.
Absolutely.
Be sure to follow our podcast on your favorite platform or find us on YouTube. Just a quick note. It's a Mental Thing is here to inform and inspire, but it's not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you're facing a mental health challenge, we encourage you to seek help from a licensed therapist like Erica or a healthcare provider. Remember, your well-being is personal, and only a professional can provide guidance tailored to your unique needs.